Let me lower myself. Why, good morning, everyone. I'll give it like 2 minutes to see if my one follower that's always on comes on. Hello, everyone. Oh, they're in. Good morning, that one viewer that's always there. If you want to say hello, that'll be nice. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday! Guys, I am so excited for this topic that my girl Kat actually it's okay, my phone fell. That actually Kat recommended to me. It's her birthday today, so shout out to my girl Kat. Happy birthday, babe. You are an amazing person. I am so grateful that I met you. You are creative, fun, talented, smart, and you are a beautiful woman inside and out. I wish you the best for your future, and I'm so grateful that we are on this journey together. So cheers to you, babe. It's about you today. It's about you every day. All right, guys. So I'm going to keep it short, fun, to the point. Let's do it. And I told you that those first 3 videos that I was all dressed, no more. We're comfortable. So I was talking to Chris last night. And I was like, oh my God, this topic is so difficult because it was a great idea that Kat gave me. It was her topic. She asked for it, and I give it. Feel me? All right, so what are we talking? Oh, wait. Before any of that, thank you to all the essential employees out there. We are pretty much going to be hitting phase 4. If we're not in phase 4 already, I don't even know what phase we're in anymore because I've been crazy busy, which is another thing, guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been consistent this week. Again, it is what it is, but I'm staying consistent to my channel, so that's what matters. So thank you to all my essential employees. I am so grateful for you all. You guys are the real MVP. You guys made it for us. You guys did it for us. We are past the curb. We're down the curb. We're enjoying life for the most part. And it is what it is. All right, so that's my first thing. Now, I'm going to tell you all what the topic about today is. And I think it's so interesting because I'm not very familiar on it. So we're talking, I know I spelled it all wrong, but we're talking about the idea of hypnotism. All right, hypnosis. And is it possible for someone, something, or memory, right? Because we all have those things that we want to be like, I don't want to remember it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I had to do some research because I knew nada about this topic. Boom. And I'm not going to hit all that. Don't get overwhelmed by the notepad that I just showed you, but I'm going to get right into it, all right? So, again, if my 2 viewers want to say hello and what's up, that would be awesome. Again, I want this to make this channel very interactive, and I know one day it'll be there. It's all about patience. All right, so yeah. Another thing I want to shout out real quick is congrats to my girl Sarah and her fiance now. So she's a soon-to-be newlywed, God willing, one day. She is engaged, and they've been together for so long, and I admire them as a couple. They are a powerhouse together. You know, those power couples that they talk about? They're one of them. All right. So, what is hypnosis? All right. So, it's Oxford, right? Again, I want to make sure that I reference to you all where I'm getting. Oh, I'm glowing right now. But anyways, I want to make sure that I reference to you guys where I'm getting this information. Because anything that you reference, you got to make sure you have a credible source attached to it. All right. So what is it? An unconscious state which someone can still hear and see and be influenced to follow, command, or answer questions. That's pretty reasonable, right? I mean, that's pretty much confirmation of what it is. Now, I got another definition that I wanted to mention to you guys. Let me cross that out. From APA.org, which is American Psychological Association.com. I referenced that page like no other because when I was going through what I was going through, I was like Googling the world and I seemed to get a lot of information from them. So they are amazing sources. A therapeutic technique in which clinicians make suggestions to individuals which have undergone a procedure designed to relax them and focus their minds. All right. Now, guys, I didn't know that hypnosis, and there is literally hypnotherapists that they can literally sit there, and this is a technique that they're actually implementing in offices. But if you really think about it, hypnosis is all it is really relaxing the mind to make you at your most vulnerable, in which you can still see and hear, to get you to the nitty gritty of whatever it is that's concerning you, an insecurity, a phobia, a memory that you don't want to, remember or recall. But again, guys, hypnosis can't delete memories. So don't think it's like a magic pill. All right, because that's what I was looking at. I want to open up another page. Um, oh wait, hold on. Where'd you guys go? Oops, sorry guys. So it's pretty interesting. All right, so that's why I love the title that I picked for this. For this. I'm sorry, people are messaging me for this YouTube video, transformation, or maybe some mind play, because you don't know. People want to make fun with it. Oh, hi, Ish. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm not sure if this is your first or second time, but I'm happy that you were able to plug in and listen in. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. So I was looking at a different articles. Again, I'm making sure that I'm referencing credible sources, right? But then I also wanted to see a story of someone. All right. So let me see if let me move this out. All right. So I'm not sure if you guys can still see me, which I'm hoping that you can. All right. Now I got this from apa.org. And they're pretty much saying that this is something that has been what clinicians are using nowadays. It's been very powerful, effective. It's a therapeutic technique. And it's been for conditions like anxiety, pain, mood disorders, helping with their habits, addictive habits, whether it's quitting smoking or, impulsivity. All right. And it's super interesting because we don't know about it, but hypnosis is something that's being done a lot because they're seeing that its success rate is having a lot of results, pretty much for the good. So, little did I know that all this time people are actually implementing this. People are actually doing this. Why? Because it works. If you're not going to do something that doesn't work, why do it? All right. So that's from apa.org. It's literally become a common part of treatment plans for them. All right. So that's from apa.org. And then I wanted to tell you about a story that I found, which I thought, hold on, where are you guys? I hope you guys can still see me. There you go. Let me take you guys out and put you in your own screen. There we go. So this girl, I don't know where she's from. It doesn't show, but I'm just reading literally a story that I got off of eLight Daily. And so I guess she was getting hypnotized, and it was like a live broadcast. So something like, for people that are not familiar or tech savvy, live being like something that I'm doing right now. She said it was just like very minimal, like it was only about 30 minutes, the hypnosis session or whatever you want to call it. And she's like, again, guys, it could also be mindset. It's like when you believe something and you believe in it so strong that regardless if it's happening or not, your beliefs of it is like pro. So if you're in that mindset and you're believing it, then most likely to you it's going to result like it worked for you. Right? So again, we can question that too. We don't know. All right. So she got some information about Alexander, which is a girl that this is all being done to. She instructed her to close her eyes, take a few deep breaths, and in a few minutes, she was half asleep. And Alexander would mutter stuff to me, something like, you would spend the next few days of your life moving forward by no longer missing him. 15 minutes later, I woke up feeling refreshed and recharged. All right. The coach here, her name is, I'm sorry, so the coach is not Alexander. No, the girl's not Alexander. The coach is Alexander Janelli. And she's a certified hypnotherapist and a renowned life coach. All right. The girl, I don't know what's the girl name. Who cares? Her name's Sheena, I guess. But bottom line is what she said is that, so after she had this session 2 weeks later, she was like, oh, I don't know if it's working or not. But she definitely noted changes. All right. So she said that she was thinking less about the heartbreak that she had. And then she was actually able to go on a double date, which prior to that, she was like, I've been avoiding dates like the plague. It was pretty funny saying that. She's like, I developed a crush on someone new. I didn't think it was possible. And then, you know, which totally makes sense because your brain, body, and mind simply don't have enough room for both, right, guys? Because your mind can only focus technically one thing at a time. I mean, yes, your brain could be roaming thoughts, but for the most part, your mind could really focus on one thing. That's why sometimes, like, if you multitask, like something that you're multitasking on, it could be like a little fuzzy. All right. So she's like, all I can say, short and sweet session with Alexander was a success. Although Alexander recommended getting into the habit of listening to a hypnosis recording for a few days to train our brain into thinking a new way, she taught me to use my precious time thinking more about the future rather than using it to dwell. So she's like, I would absolutely recommend hypnosis. She's like, for anyone to look to make a significant life change, whether they're sleeping better, quitting smoking, or just trying to heal Wonder Heart. You can reach to 360 coaches here. So again, guys, I know my video is going a little longer. You know, it's like a hit or miss, you know, the way I think of it. Do I believe in it? I don't know. I don't know if I believe in it. The only way for me to physically believe in it and mentally believe in it is if I do it, and I don't need to do it. I don't want to forget everything that I've been through. I don't want to forget what I've gone through in my life to be where I'm at today. Why? Because that makes me build on it. That makes me know that I've gotten much stronger than what I was. I was very vulnerable, very insecure, you know, very questionable, very doubtful. The list goes on. But I would not change that for anything. Like, I wouldn't want to look back on that and forget it. No. All right, guys. So last thing I want to talk about is psychics. All right. Do I believe in psychics? Yes. Why? Because it's not forgetting, though, right? No. It's just not forgetting, right? I think I'm answering your question, right? If I'm not understanding it. Right? So it's not about forgetting. It's about taking your mind off of that thought, like pondering that thought. Now, does it erase your memories with hypnosis? I don't know. All right. I can just go by what, you know, the sources say, and I can only go what people say, and people can sometimes lie. I mean, we all can lie. All right. So, yeah. So thank you for your question, Ish. I appreciate that. You're the first time someone's asked me a question on here, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so ultimately, and lastly, I'm coming to a landing. I want to talk about psychics. And what are psychics? They have strange mental powers to be able to do things that are not possible according to natural laws. And this is, again, through Oxford. I think Oxford is a good, reasonable source when it comes to definitions and explaining shit for dummies. But do I believe in psychics? Yeah. So I wanted to end this, guys, with a little experience that I got from my own. And I think it's pretty crazy. I'm not going to go into details about it because it got a little personal, whatever. But so not too long prior to seeing a psychic, and guys, I'm going to be real straight up with it. It was the cheapest thing probably that I ever paid for. But prior to doing it, I read a lot of reviews on this lady. You know, I'm very, like, everyone could be a scam, guys. Like, just know that. Like, you could go to a doctor, they could be a scam. You could go to a plastic surgeon, they could be a scam. Politics, scam. Like, all these things could be scams. It's just a matter of finding the quality stuff that are out there, doing your research before you go and invest and do something, and doing it. So I reached out to her, but prior to that, I did a lot of research on her, and I'm partnered with Groupon.com. So I saw a Groupon deal. I was like, ooh, let me do it, because I've never done it before. And again, prior to buying the Groupon, I read a lot of reviews on her. Her name was Fran something. I don't even know. So prior to seeing her maybe about 2 months ago, guys, believe it or not, I mean, my mom could vouch for it. I know moms, they always vouch for everything that their kids say, but I'm being dead ass. Like, guys, I speak nothing but facts. I don't change what I have to say. Prior to, like, whatever, I spoke to my mom and I was like, oh my God, like, imagine if I had twins, right? And it's so funny because my mom said to me, and she probably remembers this conversation, she's like, oh my God, that's so funny. Twins run in the family. Like, that'll be crazy if you had them. Whatever. I'm not pregnant, guys. I'm just talking about a story. So whatever. So not too long, maybe like 2 months later, again, that story was long gone out my head. I wasn't even worried about it. What I was worried about, not worried, I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to play around with it. I mean, it's a little scary to kind of think or picture your future. But not scary, like bittersweet, because you just never know. Life is like a roller coaster. You never know what you're gonna get, right? So then, this lady, right, Fran, I bought the Groupon, got paid for it, yay. And then, so we set up, so we were talking nothing but emails, never on the phone. So then we set a date, and I was like, it was a time, it was like at 8 o'clock in the morning or something, or 9. So I called her, and she didn't answer my call. Yeah, I know. Right? I know, Ish. That's crazy, right? So then I called her, and she didn't answer my call. I'm like, did this just scam me? But no, she didn't. So 2 seconds later, I get a call from an unknown number. And I'm like, hold on, let me grab my phone. I'm like, who is this? So I pick up, hello? She's like, Ariel, you don't call me, I call you. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, I'm assuming this is Fran. Boom. We start talking. It was her. She's crazy. A good crazy, because crazy's fun, right? I'm crazy. I'm fun, right? So she's like, so she starts asking me some questions. She's like, oh, tell me about yourself. And then prior to telling her I'm a business owner, she's like, oh, you do something in retail, right? I'm like, oh my God, yes, I do. That's amazing. I'm in different industries, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, she's like, you're very stubborn. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And then she goes, you're very close with your mom. I'm like, fuck yeah, me and mom are like best friends, whatever. And she's just like rambling these things. And she's like, you're being, she didn't say you're being very desperate, but she's like, you've been looking for love and you've been looking for something. I'm like, yeah, I said, I don't even know if I'll find it. I'm, crying and shit. I'm not crying to her. I'm crying to my brain. And then, she's like, Ariel, you need to be patient. She's like, stop rushing to things. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, I'm not fucking rushing. I've been single for like 6 years, but, the way she's saying it is like, take your time. Like, don't worry about it. It's going to hit when it hits, like, whatever. Okay. So, she mentioned something that happened. Like, she didn't say, oh, this, but she's like, oh, something tragic happened to this person in your life. And, it's been something that she hasn't let go and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God. And that's when I started getting emotional. I'm like, because that's creepy. Right. So then I said to her, oh, can I ask you something? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, will I ever have kids? And she's like, oh yeah, you're going to have, she's like, you want 3 kids. And I'm like, yes. Oh my God, I do. And she was like, well, don't worry about it. She's like, your first set will be, she's like, you have a head for each boob. I'm like, what? So in my brain, I'm like, what? Like a head for each boob? Like, that's twins right there. If you're going to have it, first time, head for each boob. Boom. That conversation with my mom from 2 months ago hit my brain. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And, she said, she's like, you're very entrepreneurial. And she was like, you're a very big go-getter, whatever. And then she's like, you're going to be flipping houses one day. And I'm like, what the And it's so funny because not too long after that, I went to a real estate event and I met this amazing girl named Melissa. She's literally my birthday twin. And, has my same birthday, same personality. She's more wilder than I am, though. And, she's into real estate. Like, that's her thing. That's not my thing. But we're getting very close. But who knows? Like, maybe I'll flip houses one day, Like, and then, I said, oh, am I going to meet my significant other? And then she's like, yeah, she said he was like skinny and tall or something. And I mean, Chris is definitely not skinny and tall, but he's definitely tall. But, she's like, he's a guy that can switch it up. And like, to me, switch it up is like, okay, I could be stern this time, but I can also have a great time this time. And if I'm meeting your parents or doing this for your parents, I could be this way. And he's totally like that. So, I think it's pretty amazing, guys. If you haven't gone for like a tarot reading or, a session, try it. Okay. What's the worst that can happen? They say you're going to die tomorrow. I'm being dramatic, but whatever. Wow, guys, 19 minutes. I am out of control. All right, we're done here. All right, guys. So, you know where we're coming to a landing when I bring out this bad boy and I do my next one for my next video. Let's see. What can it be? I'm drama. Dun, 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 dun. Who gave me this one? So boring. No, I'm kidding. I think it was Chris. maintaining diet and workout. All right, guys. So that's my next topic for the next time. I want to get to the meat and potatoes. What I have in here is some good shit in here. But I'm super happy you guys plugged in. Ish, thank you so much for like commenting and being very, interactive with me, guys. That's what I want to do on my channel. I want people to ask me questions while I'm speaking and, it to be something that's going back and forth. So thank you. Thank you. I love you all, and I'm so grateful for this channel. And I'm going to keep going. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed week. Well, not blessed week. Have a blessed weekend. And I'll see y'all soon.